An individual claims to have early access to Grand Theft Auto 6 and has told us their experience of getting to play the game. We'll be talking about what they said and more all in this video today. So obviously take this with a huge grain of salt. This is sort of developing really over the last couple of hours, and the only reason I'm really bringing this up is because there have been several instances, weirdly enough, in Rockstar Games history where random posts on like Reddit and 4chan have actually turned out to be true, telling us details about the story or the game mechanics, whatever the case might be. So even if it's like a 1% chance of being real, I want to talk about it because it's kind of interesting. It was posted on the GTA subreddit, not even the Grand Theft Auto 6 subreddit, by a relatively new user on Reddit, PebbleStar_. They joined 2 days ago, so it seems like the entire reason of them posting was to make this, and it says, "I've seen in person few hours of random GTA 6 gameplay from a 2024 build. Ask me anything." And by the time I got to the post, it had actually been removed. So I'm not exactly too sure what that means, if it adds even more legitimacy to it or not, but it was actually saved before it was taken down on the GTA 6 subreddit. And so I want to read you what they have to say right now. So it says, "Hello there, throwaway account for obvious reasons. I'll share a few things and answer the ones that I can/have seen. As the title says, I've seen up close a few hours of GTA 6 gameplay/testing. It was an early 2024 build version. Not going to say what month/build exactly. I asked to limit the guessings of certain Rockstar people who might catch an eye on the text just in case. It wasn't me who was testing it out, not a dev. I don't work for Rockstar directly, but was there with some other work unrelated to game development." And then going on to say this, number one, GTA 6 is focused on making the world feel very, and I mean very alive, which will make gameplay even more next level. For example, everything, 90%, has a physical place in the game. That means debris, litter of all kinds. There was a hint in the first trailer about cups on the road, one flattened by a car, the other half bent from the car's bumper. I'll post it here. We'll actually take a look at that in a little bit, that react to the world and the player. There will be crews of maintenance, cleaning, etc. that will be interacting with the in-game world and what the player, you, does. For example, after a big crash that leaves debris and broken poles on the street, traffic jams will occur naturally until the road gets cleared. Truck, van, crane, pickup will come with NPCs, interact with what happened in a lively and natural way to fix, clean, remove debris, load them up, and transport them to their HQ or dump fields. There will be construction workers on the side of the road, for example, doing work, actually digging, putting up poles with cranes, or doing road work. The road work itself is destructible and up to a certain point, especially with rockets fired. Potholes have real physics. For example, debris can be caught up in them. A bottle that rolls into a pothole was hinted in the first trailer. Search for the night party scene where the guy jumps and breaks the table. Pay attention to the lower right side of the frame. Water will remain there after a big storm, up until the sun will evaporate it and dry it out in time. NPCs/witnesses will record and call the cops in case of a shooting or body on the ground or even a big car crash, and cops will set up a crime scene around the dead body and take pictures. Measurements afterwards of the body/bodies will be picked up, taken away to a mortuary or hospital by ambulance if still alive. P.S. I am from Europe, 2 a.m. around here, but I'll reply as soon as I have time. And if you actually go to this guy's Reddit account, you can see that he is responding to a handful of people. It's a little bit too much to go into in this video. I'll show you some examples right now, essentially providing more detail and data on, what they explained in their post. But honestly, at the end of the day, this only really makes sense if this person is indeed telling the truth. And they didn't really provide any information other than they just saw something and they explained where it came from. And they gave a rough idea of why they were in the Rockstar Games office, but not really a super solid one. Unlike that leak that came directly from Rockstar Games office, Rockstar San Diego, a couple of days ago, we were able to identify things that proved that that was real. And even though it didn't come with any additional information, we could tell based on the fact that there was PlayStation development kits, the IP address that was connected to one of the development consoles, the way the windows in the office looked was actually exactly like Rockstar San Diego's office. There was a lot of things that we could say, okay, this is real. there aren't really a lot of things that we can say right here and say, hey, this is real. But let's go ahead and just assume it is, for example. One of the things that I found interesting is that this person witnessed a few hours of random gameplay, and for the most part, all they were able to identify is really the physics of the world and the way that trash and debris interact with things. Which, don't get me wrong, that's kind of a cool little feature, but if you were to sit me in front of Grand Theft Auto 6 for the first time ever, and I'm getting to see it before pretty much anyone else in the world, and I was able to jot down some notes on what I saw, I wouldn't necessarily only focus on debris you see in the road. But nevertheless, let's actually take a look at what he's talking about right there, because it is kind of interesting. So in this scene right here, this is one of the most vibrant shots in the trailer, coming from the Wynwood scene. There looks to be a car show going on, lots of exotic cars with lots of upgrades and customization. There's some debris in the road that can be seen that, yes, does look like it has been interacted with, either crushed by cars, moved by pedestrians, whatever the case might be. And like I said earlier, yeah, that's super cool, but it's not necessarily something that would be at the very, very top of my list if I only had a few hours to look at GTA 6 for the first time. And then going to this next shot right here at the Thrill-Billy Mud Club, as the guy seemingly like nosedives onto the table. Yes, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see some of that debris interacting as well. That just seems really random. And yes, maybe there's only some things that they saw in the hours of footage that they watched that we could link back to the actual trailer, and maybe that's what that person was trying to do. That just seems very weird, and that's what's kind of throwing up some red flags for me, is that this person seemingly is focusing on some of the most random stuff possible for them to have a once-in-a-lifetime early opportunity at GTA 6. Now again, I don't want to completely throw this in the false category, because like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we have had legitimate people go on Reddit and post real information about Grand Theft Auto 6. In fact, it happened a day before the GTA 6 trailer came out. There was a Reddit user, well, look who's back, which is one of the lines that was said by the crazy hammer-swinging lady, or dual-wielding crazy hammer lady in Hamlet. And that individual told us about several things that were going to appear in the trailer that came true, including the song that was going to be used, Love is a Long Road, by Tom Petty, as well as their username matching, again, one of the lines that was said in the trailer itself. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to completely throw this away. It just seems very weird. Again, people focus on different things. Maybe you get super excited about debris in the road and little details like that. I just feel like any normal person experiencing it for the first time might have told us about the cars or the gameplay, or how Jason and Lucia react to each other doing certain things. I don't know, that's just my thinking. So I will of course leave links to everything in the description if you wish to check it out for yourself, but let me know what you think in those comments down below. Do you think this guy's legit? Do you think he really witnessed or played a couple of hours of Grand Theft Auto 6? Or do you think he's just making it all up and he's crazy? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel, and be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.